I just got home and I am way too excited. So you get me in my scrubs. Let me make sure that the microphone. Okay. First of all, like I said, just got home. I have a small book haul. I'm really excited. And then secondly, I have some TBR jar prompts that I printed out because I'm gonna create a little TBR jar and I'm really excited. I love the monthly TBR videos that I watch from everybody and it makes me excited to have one. I am very much a mood reader. Let us be clear. That's not changing anytime soon, but I do like the idea of kind of making myself a little TBR like challenge, if you would. Anyway, first things first, I got The Partner Plot. This is the next book, or I guess in the interconnected standalone series of The Neighbor Favor. I love The Neighbor Favor, so I'm excited to read this book. Books by Black women, chef's kiss, absolute chef's kiss. If I haven't shown this already, which I think I did in my previous video, but I got the collector's edition of Red, White, and Royal Blue from Half Price Books, and all I want to do, like, I don't even want the dust jacket because this book is stunning. Stunning. Yay! Okay, I put it back on its place in the shelf. I also got Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I am way too excited to read this book. I could not wait for it to be available on Libby. It said months, and I simply could not wait. We're gonna create a TBR cart. This is going at the top of my TBR cart because I want to read this like yesterday. Anyway, I was at Goodwill today and I found The Winners by Frederick Bachman. First of all, look how massive this book is. I don't know when I'm gonna get to it, but you know. Then I found Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. I've already read this book, so I'm so excited that I found it. I also found this gorgeous Book of the Month copy, so it's gonna go right onto my shelf. I found The Good Part by Sophie Cousins. I don't know what this book is about. I feel like it would be kind of more summery, so I kind of want to read this summer. So got this. I bought these 3 books. Okay, let's start with the one that I haven't read yet. I bought The Charlie Method because I'm way too excited. I read The Dixon Rule and The Graham Effect already, and I could not wait for this to be available on Libby. So I bought it, and of course I can't just buy one book in a series, so I had to get, obviously, The Dixon Rule and The Graham Effect. I've already read The Graham Effect and The Dixon Rule, 5 out of 5 for both of those, and I am anticipating that The Charlie Method will also be a 5 out of 5 read for me. These 2 are the only books that I've read by Elle Kennedy, and I have a feeling I'm going to enjoy this one too, so I can't wait. I need to get to the other Elle Kennedy books on my shelf. But first of all, look how stunning these are together. Like, hello, they're so pretty. Anyway, last but not least, I just had to. I read Children of Blood and Bone, and I actually started Children of Virtue and Vengeance yesterday. I started listening to the audiobook, and I have a feeling the second I'm done with it, I'm gonna want to get into this one. So I had to buy it. And this one comes with the gorgeous little sprayed edges. Like, now I'm like, should I go back and get the rest in sprayed edge? Just kidding. I found the other 2 at Goodwill, so this one I got on Amazon. Do not come for me. It's fine. Anyway, but I have a feeling the second I'm done with the second book, I'm going to want to read this, so I have it read. Anyway, I'm going to put those onto my shelves, the ones that I've read. However, the other day I went to Goodwill specifically because I was looking for a cute little jar, and I found a cute little jar. It's so simple, and I washed it, but you know how annoying the Goodwill stickers are. So I found this cute little jar, and this is going to be my little TBR jar, and I think I'm going to decorate it with some stickers. Emily gave me that suggestion. Thank you, Emily. And yeah, I'm going to put some stickers around it, make it cutesy. I was going to do the TBR jar, but honestly, I'm just gonna do stickers. Stickers are more me, so makes sense. I also found another one. It's just a simple jar with a white lid, and at first I was like, oh, what am I gonna do with this? And then it hit me. I have about 140-ish prompts that I printed out, and when I use one up, I could just put it in here and just, so that I eventually use them all. We'll see if I eventually use them all. It's 140 prompts. We'll see. And then, then it also has a jar to be in. So this will be probably my jar of prompts that I have used because it's not as cute, and then I can kind of leave it in the back. And then this one will be the jar of all the prompts. So I'm so excited. So I kind of compiled a list from a couple people's videos. I honestly don't even remember whose videos. I'm so sorry. I made this list like 3 days ago. Some of them, I'm gonna just give you some ideas, and maybe I can have all of these prompts in the description box below because you can use them too. Anyway, but I have like a book with a word starting with T, B, or R. I saw that. I copied that from a comment in one of the videos. I have a book with a color in the title, but then I have a bunch of like a pink color or a purple color, things like that. A book with the main character with your same name, which my name's Eugenia. I have not seen a book with someone with the same name as me. The other day I saw a book with the author the same name as me, but I didn't pick it up because it didn't sound very interesting. But to me, it didn't sound very interesting to me. But yeah, a book with a number in the title, a book title that has the same word twice, a newest addition to my shelf. I'm hoping I get one of those because I would love to read one of the ones that I just picked up. I have free choice because you gotta have a free choice in there. Start or continue a series, a sprayed edge book. I love those. A Kindle book. I love that. A book another bookish person loves. So I would probably honestly just look to other booktubers or my friends who'd like to read. A book under 300 pages, a book over 500 pages, a book you've never heard anything about, a book you've been putting off. There's a couple books that I've been putting off intentionally. A young adult book, a book with a level 5 spice rating. I don't think I own any books with a level 5 spice rating, but we'll see. If that comes up, I'll have to figure it out. And my goal for these is to get the books that are on my shelves because I have over 400 unread books on my shelves. I did unhaul some, so it's probably less than that now. I don't know if that will come up, but my goal when I do these prompts is to only select from books, physical books that I own. So we'll see. A new release, a book with an animal on the title, an author with the same first initial as me. So there we go. A 5-star prediction, a book adapted to a TV show or movie. There's a lot of those, especially in the fantasy. And then these are the color ones. So blue, purple, green. There was a pink one as well. A book with a great first sentence. Ooh. Over 400 pages. I think I had over 500 pages, but you know, this one's over 400. A book that fits the current season. So summer. Then I have romance, thriller, you know, things like that. Small town, other things like that. A book written by a male author. A book written by a female author. A book with my favorite color. A book title with more than 6 words, a book by an author who has written more than 10 books, a book with a main character's name that starts with A, B, or C, a book whose author's last name starts with the letter after M, a book with magic set in the future, bad reviews, a book that scares me, multiple POVs, sports romance, shortest book on my TBR, in a genre you don't normally read. Anyway, an audiobook. Anyway, obviously I have lots of prompts. I will link the prompts down below, I think, because I feel like that'll be fun. But first I'm just gonna cut up my prompts here, and that way I can, oh, I'm so excited. Also, if this counts as a haul, I also got a fan. Anyway, let's get started. Put my microphone back on. Okay, at first I was like, was that too many? Because like I said, I have about 140 prompts and it is full. I see other people's jars and it's like at the bottom and things like that. No, this is like full. However, yeah, I can't even shake it. But I'm really excited because that means I am set. I am set. If I see any prompts that I think I would want to add, then maybe I'll add them. But I am set for all the prompts. I will make sure to shake it really well and stir it literally every time I pick a prompt. But I'm so excited, like my little TBR jar. Okay, now I'm gonna decorate it. So I have my thing of stickers here, and I'm just gonna pick out some stickers and then we can decorate. I'm so excited. I'm literally so excited. This is so exciting. Okay, I have many options. Like I was going through pretty much all my stickers and I had to pause because, you know, yeah. but I have many options. I'm just going to show you a few of them and then I'll decide. But first is this rainbow, which is going to go on there. I have so many options. I also have these rainbows, but I don't know yet. These two little cherry friends I love. Queen of Books I love. Just a stack of books. I have many stickers that are just stacks of books. This says Bookish Soul, but I think I'm gonna veto that one right now. I'm reading Go Away. I think I want to do more pictures than words. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. Oh wait, I do like this one. F off, I'm reading. I had it on my Kindle before and I took it off, so maybe I'll do that one. Oh, this one also says I'd rather be reading. Hold on. Oh, Death by TBR for sure. This one when I saw this, I was like, yes, for sure that one. Excuses to buy new books. Okay, I like that one too. Okay. Ooh, there's a million books I haven't read, but just you wait. Yeah. Okay. I like to party, and by party I mean read books. Okay, wait, hold on. Hold on. Okay, I think instead of this I'd rather be reading, I'll do this stack of books with I'd rather be reading. And then this little strawberry reading, I'm in my strawberry era. And then again, just plain things of books with flowers. This with all the tropes I'm vibing with. Okay, I love these just bookish library prints. I kind of want those. I like that one too. That picture. This one that says listening is reading. I do want that one. Between the pages of a book is a wonderful place to be. Wait, I'm not narrowing it down. I'm not narrowing it down. Hold on. Ooh, this one that Emily gave me recently. Again, just like a bookish thing. Okay, I did semi narrow it down, but not by much. Okay, I'm thinking for sure one of these. I think this one, just because it's lighter. So we're gonna just put this here. I have this one that says books are my happy place. I do want that. F off, I'm reading. I do want that one. I think I have to just start putting them on. Oh, I didn't show you, but this one says off to the library. So I also want that. Okay, I think I'm just gonna start decorating. So, okay, we're gonna just start. If I can get this off, that would be great. And I'm just gonna do one side at a time and get around to it. Oh, that's so cute. That's so cute. Okay, I'm gonna do my rainbow. And I'll probably end up overlapping some stickers, but we're just gonna put them on and see how they look. Come on. Ooh, maybe I put the rainbow. Okay, I got it. Rainbow at the top. In case anyone has any questions about whether this is a gay household. It is a gay household. Bisexual, pansexual, whatever. We support the gay in this household. Ooh. Okay, I want the audiobook is reading. I'm so excited. I love this. Stickers just make me so happy. You know, decorating things, decorating with stickers, decorating my TBR jar with stickers. Like, it just makes me so happy. These are the most random stickers. Like, there's not really a theme, but that's the whole point, you know? Like, there's not really a theme here. It's just bookish stickers that I like on my TBR jar. Hang on, I do like this Death by TBR one. I want it to be at the top. Ooh, let's do, I like to party, and by party, I mean read books. Now we're gonna just do more pictures than words, because I like this cherry one, so I'm gonna do the cherry one. Okay, do I want this one right here? I think right here. Maybe this one right here. Okay, I am done, I think, decorating. Actually, hold on. Maybe I can do like a cheesy little I love books somewhere right here. It's very cheesy, but you know what? I do love books. Maybe a dragon for good measure. Ooh, and a cutie little heart. Let's start with the dragon. Maybe we just do the heart. You know what? We can skip the heart. Okay, I finished decorating. So, little rainbow at the top. And yeah, it's just stickers all around. I almost put a sticker at the bottom. You know what? Let's fucking do it. Let's put a sticker at the bottom. You know? Let's do it. I want another rainbow sticker. Oh, that's so cute. Hold on. That's so cute. Okay, I'm putting that over the Goodwill sticker because this is much cuter than the Goodwill sticker. Haha! Okay, now I'm done decorating. That's so cute. I'm so excited. Okay, rainbow at the top. We're just start here. I love this little bookish scene, if you would. The strawberry reading. Audiobooks are in fact reading. I love the tropes because why not? The cheesy little I love books sign. That's so exciting. F off, I'm reading. Yes. I love this because it's like reading, tea, honey. I love honey. Oh my goodness. And then the cherries reading. Death by TBR is accurate. And then again, the strawberry reading and the scene. And it's just so cute and just so like, I'm so glad I did this. I did not decorate the other one because there's ridges, so I would have to find like very specific stickers, and I don't want to do that. Plus, who knows, maybe I won't use that one to do what I thought I would use it to do. But yeah, I'm so excited. Like I said, it's very full. I mean, I can push them down, but I think I will mix it up very, very well before. But yeah, okay. Next step, because this is so exciting. When I did my office makeover, I mentioned that I might want to end up doing a TBR card. And I think I've decided I want to do a TBR card. 2 reasons. Number 1, my shelves are overflowing. I don't know if you can see, but I'm starting to stack books, you know, and that's fine. Don't get me wrong. That's fine. Well, they're not actually overflowing because I have room at the bottom, but either way, it's fine to stack because, you know, it's okay. But I think I want to put some books on my cart and just like, I don't know. I think the books that I'm thinking I want to read sooner rather than later should go on the cart. The top shelf, I think, is books that I want to read this month. So we are in July. And like I mentioned before, there's a couple books that I want to read in July. So I'm thinking put those here, right? Children of Anguish and Anarchy, I just got, but I'm reading the 2nd book right now. The Charlie Method, I just got, you know? So things like this. And then I can put this. Like, how cute is that? Anyway, the top shelf, I'm thinking books that I want to read this month. Romance, middle shelf, fantasy, bottom shelf. Thrillers, I will leave on the thriller shelf because honestly, they fit very nicely on the thriller shelf. And I only have 1 shelf of thrillers, so it's fine. But do you know what I mean? I'm thinking top shelf is books I want to read this month. / when I do TBR videos, we can put them on the top shelf. Next, middle shelf is romance that I want to get to sooner rather than later. And then bottom shelf is fantasy I want to get to sooner rather than later. So let me pull some books off my shelves and we can set up my TBR card because I'm so excited. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm literally so glad that I did this today. First of all, the TBR jar, huge success. My TBR card, I'm so excited. Like, so these are the books I would say I am, oh my goodness, scooch. These are the books I would say I'm hoping to get to in the next month or 2, because I know I read pretty fast, but I don't read that fast. But we've got Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid, Children of Virtue and Vengeance, Children of Anguish and Anarchy by Tomi Adeyemi, The Charlie Method by Elle Kennedy, The Pairing by Casey McQuiston. I wanted to read this in June, but didn't get to it. Boyfriend Material by Alexis Hall. I also wanted to read this in June, but I didn't get to it. Can't Get Enough by Kennedy Ryan. Dream Girl Drama by Tessa Bailey. Wild at Heart by K.A. Tucker. Unravel Me is the next book in the Shatter Me series. I want to continue my Shatter Me reread. My goodness, I feel like it's taken months because it literally has. The Partner Plot by Christina Forrest. Final Offer by Lauren Asher. And then If Love Had a Price by Anna Huang. These are more so I'm just continuing these series. Final Offer is the last book and I kind of want to get it over with and just be done with that series. But I also have heard good things about that book. I will not be continuing the Dirty Air series anytime soon. I do want to finish it because I don't want to have an incomplete series, but I'm not in a rush. You know, here is more romance books and I could honestly add a couple more. Let's be real. Hold on. Okay, here we go. I have King of Wrath by Anna Huang, Paris Dalencourt is About to Crumble by Alexis Hall, Forever Never by Lucy Score, The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood, The Stand-In by Lily Chu, After You by Jojo Moyes, Carrie Soto is Back, and One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I know that this is Reckless and it's not book 1 in the series, but I did a little TikTok thing earlier this year and so many people said Reckless was the one to start with or like their favorite. So I'm gonna read Reckless. And if I don't like it, I have the rest of the series. I know I should read it in order, but they're interconnected standalone, so I'm not gonna. I DNF'd Flawless at 70%. I don't want to DNF it again. So yeah, if I read Reckless and I'm just like, no, then I'll just say the series is not for me, you know? Anyway, moving on. My favorite Half Night Stand by Christina Lauren. Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh. I do not have the rest of the series, and I'm not in a rush to read it, but I do kind of want to read it before the year ends. That's why it's here. Our Missing Hearts. This is here, honestly, because it's a short book. Sometimes you just need those quick wins. Honey and Spice by Bolu Babalola. I've heard good things about this book, so I want to read it soon. Same with Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. I know that there's a book in between, so I read Part of Your World, and there's another one that I'm supposed to read before that, but I don't have it. I'm going to read what I have, you know? And then Addicted to You by Krista and Becca Ritchie. I don't know if I'm going to like it, but we'll see. Moving down to the very bottom here. So this is the fantasy side. I have Charm by Sarah Pinborough. Also, because it's a very short book, I can knock it out. Our Infinite Fates by Laura Steven. The Lost Apothecary by Sarah Penner. Neon Gods and Court of the Vampire Queen by Katie Robert. These are two books that have been on my TBR. At least Court of the Vampire Queen has been on my TBR for a long time, and I do want to get to it soon. Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. I just finished Mother of Death and Dawn yesterday and loved it. I want to read everything else that Carissa Broadbent has written. Anyway, Carval by Stephanie Garber. The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. Legend Born by Tracy Dion. What If It's Us by Adam Silvera and Becky Albertalli. And then Lightlark by Alex Astor. So here is my, what I would say, priority TBR. It doesn't actually mean that I'm gonna read these like right now, but I do want to at least get to them before the year ends. However, I also know that in the fall, which we are in July already, which means fall is just around the corner, and in the fall I do want to read Throne of Glass. I did not put Throne of Glass on here. The backs are empty, so technically I could double up, but I don't want to. I want to be able to see the front of my book cart. So yeah, I did empty out another shelf on my fantasy shelf. I think this is just gonna hang out in front of that, or just like by my chair here somewhere. But yeah, I think in the fall Throne of Glass is my priority, but for now, like, I do want to get through some of these books that I've had on my TBR for what feels like a while, but honestly it's been like a year, not longer than a year, since I've been seriously collecting books. Year and a half at most. But anyway, I don't know how long this video is, and I hope it's not too long. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me as I set up my new TBR jar, which I'm super excited for. Like, I can't believe 140 prompts. Like, I can't believe how full it is. It might be because I did print them pretty big, just because I should wear my glasses and I don't. So, but it might be because I had to print them pretty big, and there were, I think, like 14 pages of prompts that I cut. But yeah, thank you so much for being here and hanging out with me on this corner of the internet for a few minutes of your day. I appreciate it so much. I am so excited for my TBR jar. I'm so excited. Like, she's so cute, and the stickers, she's so cute. Anyway, I'm really excited to just, you know, have random prompts to pick from. I am not doing one for July because I already have a handful of books that are, I would say, on my TBR for July. But I think moving forward, maybe for August, I can do a little TBR video. I feel like a real YouTuber. I feel like a real booktuber with a TBR cart and a TBR jar. Like, I feel like I'm legit. Anyway, but yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.